This was Mark from Cisco. This is marking video number 2 of 2. So I had a few questions asking me, could you do something on marking please? We don't know how to do it manually. That's not a problem. I'm going to show you guys how to do it manually on Chauvet. I've already done the freestyler one, if you just check it out on the channel. So we have my Chauvet Base 70 here. Right, this desk is intended for scanners and moving heads. So I'm quite happy with this. So the first thing we're going to do is, obviously I've got it on a scene, which is, if you guys can see, bank 26, scene number 1, which currently outputs that on my moving heads. An unboxing will be up by the end of the week, as mentioned in my other video. So yes, if you want to check the freestyler one out, the link is in the description. Right guys, so I'll take you through a quick mapping on here of it, because it's slightly different on here than it is on freestyler. You've got your pan fine, tilt fine. You've then got your pan tilt speed, dimmer shutter, red, green, blue. I've done really well. I've only had these moving heads for one day and I already know the channel mapping. Number 10, I think, is your colour macro. I'm not at all sure, but I will double check now. Colour macro is it? Yes, it is. That's the colour macro, and then I've got there, I believe that may be my movement macro. No, that's colour macro speed. Then I've got my movement Gobos. 14, 15 and 16 are not in use. There's 1 through 13. This is a 13 channel fixture. Right. So the way to do marking on a Chauvet desk is to do the same thing as we did in the freestyler software, was to set this to the scene before. I've already done some marking on my heads, as you know. As you'll notice, they're like that. I hit the next button on the desk and watch what happens. Notice that whatever scene will then be playing on number 7, them heads are preset ready for scene number 8, which, when I flash it on, does this. It shouldn't be doing that. Let's find out what's wrong with it. 10, dimmer, shutter, red, blue. 8, I did have set to a lovely gobo, but I don't know what's happened with it. So let's try the pan and tilt. Make sure I've got them right. I'll remark it and then I'll 7, 8. Am I even in the right bank? I don't think I'm even in the right bank, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first. Six, 7, and 8. There we go. That's what I have programmed. So yes, ladies and gentlemen. So the way we did that was number 6 was the scene before the marking scene, which we programmed in just as a normal scene. And 7, when we press 7. Program these in, mark them into position like so. Then, number 8 is the actual scene itself, as seen there. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is that simple. I'm going to show you now how to program a marking in. I'm sorry about this shakiness in my camera. I'm currently operating handheld. So I'm going to go to fixtures number 9 and number 10. Due to my other fixtures already being in here, they're my 4 LEDs that I've programmed in. Cam bar, a dome and a derby. This button is not in use because the channel mapping is a bit weird and I'm still sorting it out. So 9 and 10. So when I do something on the pan, for example, fixtures should move. Like so. Which they do. Fantastic. Yeah, these 2 moving heads I got for a nice deal, and if you want to see that, the link is in the description below. So, pan fine, tilt fine, Set them up slightly. Right, okay. I always set them slightly because then it allows me to get the crispness of the pan tilts in. Right, so basically, say I want these two to be facing the back doors on the wardrobes, right? And I want them to be so far down. What I'd do is I'd also preset my colour. This will then allow me to see exactly where my moving heads are pointing. So I can get precise positioning of my heads, like so. And I'm just doing that by moving the faders here. And then any corrections I need to do, because I happen to know that 9 is slightly higher than 10. Oh, I forgot to say how to put this in program mode first, as it's just backfired my programming. Which is fantastic. Great, I'll just fix my programming, which has gone dastardly wrong. Then, boom, boom. That has gone dastardly wrong, hasn't it? So, I'm just fixing my moving heads at the moment. Please do bear with me while I do this. And then once you have them in the position, say if that's the position I want them in. Because I like that, that's quite nice actually. What I'd then do is I would knock these out. Now, notice that I do not knock out the dimmer shutter. I don't knock this out because I want this kept in. Something that you can do is to program it backwards. For example, if you have a really precise colour set on both of your heads, for example, you've got a really nice cyan set like that, to give an example, you can do this next bit backwards. So I would take out the colours, then I'd press MIDI record, and I would program this into bank number 27. Notice I'm programming them on 7. This isn't mandatory, you don't need to do this, you don't need to program it on the last buttons, you can program them anywhere in the bank. Chases though, what I suggest is do not mark your chases, mark in the scene before you've set your chases in. So for example, if bank 20 scene 7 was the number before the start of your chase, mark in there for the first one of them. And the easiest way to do that is to click on 8, take the colours out, program onto 7. I do it the other way around, so I basically program onto 7 and just bring the colours up because I'm wanting a clean white. But in fact, I like that cyan I had before, so I'm gonna. Yeah, that looks really nice. I'm just playing with my cyan at the moment. That looks quite nice. Then I hit MIDI record 8. Now, what if I want to add gobos? We say, why not? So the way you need to do this is to go on to number 8, which is the one you've just programmed. Then add your gobos onto 8. This will make sense in a second. For example, say that was going to be my gobo. I found my gobo. I'm then going to click off these two, so I can't edit anything else. MIDI record 8. Then, I'm going to have to do some fixing. Give me a second. Okay guys, so I've sorted the problem. I see some little red spots. Right. So, with your marking, you have scene 7 set. So for example, now that is in home position. Now notice when I press scene 7, they move. That's the marked in ready, and then you can press go to bring up your 2 gobos over there. So yes, comment, rate, subscribe guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to do a little bit more moving heads and how to focus them as well, and make sure their focus is set correctly. And because I know that I had a problem before when my focus on one of my heads somehow didn't get set correctly. It must have, there's a switch on my ones, because I've had a question about that, as how do you refocus the mini 15-watt LED moving head. I've had a question asked me when I've been walking around the place, when I've been on rigs as well. It's been asked how to reset focus on that head. So, because we've used them before, this isn't the first time I've used these heads. I've used them before, but I haven't used my own ones. We've borrowed them, and they look really good. This is before I had the channel. I don't have any gig log footage of that, unfortunately, but I've used these before and they are quite nice, and I thought I'd just do this video on the fly for you. So, hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Any questions, stick them below. I'll do something like this to answer them for you. So it's worth it. Comment, rate, subscribe, guys, and I will see you in the next video.